welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 6 coffee gadgets that I can't live without on a day-to-day basis. I love my coffee, I love making coffee, I like the whole art and the processes of it and collecting all the gadgets and bits and pieces that go with it. I've broken it down into my top 6 to share with you to give you a little bit of inspiration for your daily setup. I'll put the links to all of the products down below in case you want to go and check them out, but without further ado, here we go. In at number 1 is my trusty grinder. It's made by a company called More. It's the slim grinder, a hand grinder that I just grind a single dose in every single morning. Really, really nice, solid make, grinds very nicely. You can adjust the grind. I think potentially you could even travel with this if you wanted. Highly recommend it. Mid-range price, not too crazy, but enough to make it a quality grinder. In at number 2, simple but something that's not to be understated, is my favourite coffee mug. Difficult decision this. I do have a few. These are a recent purchase of mine that I picked up from a shop called West Elm. I have a white one and this dark one, which I really, really like. No handle, good chunky thick mug, and the mug is everything when you're talking coffee because it can really change the whole drinking experience, in my opinion, and makes it extra special. You do not want to be drinking out of a dodgy cup. So for the time being, this is my favourite. In at number 3 is this coffee bean canister. I've made a video about this, so I'll link it up here, but basically it's a double sealed and it pushes all the air out and keeps it air sealed and airtight, trying to keep those beans fresher for longer. I typically buy a kilogram at a time, so it's a really nice way to store them. The company's called Airscape. They come in loads of different colours, different sizes. I've got a couple of them. Highly recommend this to keep the beans fresh, especially if you're just grinding a single dose every single day. You can buy them off Amazon, pretty easy to get hold of. The link is in the description down below. In at number 4, the trusty Aeropress. If you know anything about coffee, you will have definitely heard of this. It makes a lovely filter brew. Can't go wrong, super simple, super cheap, does the job, really nice, easy to travel with. Got one at work as well, and I've been loving it for about the past 6-7 months. Really, really easy to use, easy to clean, and makes a delicious brew for me every single morning. Number 5, the scales. All important scales to measure those beans out in the morning. I measure about 22 grams of coffee beans in the morning. I didn't go super expensive on the scales, but these seem to do the job pretty well. I'm not dosing an espresso machine, so I think they're adequate for what I need. I'll try and find the link. I'm not entirely sure of the brand. I think they came off Amazon as well. They've got a timer on them as well, so I can time my brew in the Aeropress, get the job done. Really, really nice. An essential item if you want to get your dosing and timing right for a filter brew. And last but not least, of course, the beans of choice. I've been really, really hooked on this brand called Cold Town. It's a roastery in South Wales that I found when I was travelling there one time. Absolutely delicious beans. I actually usually go for the black gold blend, but I've just had a delivery, a fresh batch delivery, and I've decided to mix things up a little bit, and I went with this candlelight. So I'm hoping they'll be as nice as the black gold, because that is absolutely amazing. It's called the new black gold, so I'm expecting good things if it's new. Go check them out. I'd highly recommend their beans, and I use their decaf Jenkins Jones as well. Super, super nice. Really smooth, kind of a chocolatey, biscuity taste. If you like that kind of flavour profile, I think you'll really, really enjoy them. Other beans I sometimes use and purchase are Volcano Coffee Works and Workshop Coffee, and they're both London breweries. I'm always looking for recommendations for beans, especially if it's smooth and chocolatey. So if you've got any recommendations, drop me a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. I do hope that you have found this useful and nice to watch. I love watching these, what's in my pockets, what's in my bag, what's my top 6 of this or that. So I fancy making it, of course, from one of my favourite things to do and enjoy, which is to make and drink a nice coffee on a daily basis. And to have a nice setup makes the whole experience just that little bit more enjoyable, I think. So maybe it'll give you some inspiration to set yourself up with a nice coffee daily setup and routine. So I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.